something. There must be something that, an evidence of a contract, or evidence or some demand that has been made. That demand could be through an invoice, payment voucher, NSOs, LPOs. If you have so many records here without those critical attributes, do you think they should be in your books? Don't you think there could be people trying to steal from the county by lodging ineligible claims?
I can't deny that, Chair, because when the documents are incomplete, unless there is a proof that these are genuine, we can't deny what you're saying.
Now, do you then think that the preparer of this financial statement is in collusion with those people?
That's a possibility, Chair.
Because how then would those records without dates and contract numbers find themselves here? That fake claimant cannot come to the financial statement. Someone within the organization is stacking up.
I totally agree, because there are instances where we have even disciplined the officers and even false claims, because there are instances that we've taken action. So and that's why I want to go back and check on this, and if it comes to my attention and confirm that it is actually false, then I'll discipline them, and I'll even provide records to this committee, Chair. That one I want to assure you.
So, members, I don't think the governor he says he's as guilty as charged. So we should just convict him.
Chairman,
yeah.
The governor has admitted here that that was a grave omission, which is actually indeed a grave omission, by the way, Professor. That one, you might not take personal responsibility because it's done by officers, but it's grave. But I want to hear from you whether, besides that omission on statutory deductions payable, do you have any other arrears outstanding for your staff, employees, on any cadre, which ought to have equally been disclosed and could not have been disclosed as payables?
Maybe for the last financial year, where, and I think they have been it has been captured by our auditors, we still have 326 million arrears in terms of salaries, which have been captured by our auditors. And there was also another 5 million in terms of per diems and allowances to the staff.
Honorable members.
The last one for me.
Okay, Senator Maruma.
Yeah, my name is, let me come on record, Senator Maruma, Senator for Taita Taveta, Vice Chair to this committee. I just want to find out if the table that was referred to in Annex 4 by Senator Wakili Sigei, Annex 1, under the column for roads, public works, the pending bill is 365,156,000, the first table, 861. But when you come to the next table, that figure is put under social services. That is 365,156,861. Is that a typing error? The Annex 4. Yes.
371.
It was 365. It was 365. That was what was remaining to be paid. But the next table on the payment plan, that figure is coming under social services. Is it a typing error, or you just decided to interchange it for whatever reasons?
Sure, that is an error, because even the budget of social service cannot get to that.
Okay.
But then will it support the summation of 481? Because if it sums up, it means then there is a problem with the earlier figures. Because this column has got this figure at 481. Actually, this. You get 481 by adding the figures here.
Sorry. I'm saying, Chairman, that the column on this particular aspect that has been highlighted gets a summation of 481 million, which of course has included, there is 365. And in Annex 1, the 365 was on a different department.
Okay.
And a payment that has been proposed to be made on social services has got actually itemized figures: 121 in second quarter, 121 in third quarter, 121 in the fourth quarter, at 365.
I think they just interchanged.
Yeah, so Governor, when you come to the Senate with these things, we read them. We read them. These guys are clever. Nowadays they know where to look. And this also, again, casts you in bad light. For us to be able to make progress, honorable members, on pending bills, we have established that the financial statements do not present a true and fair picture of the entity by omission of staff payables and by material non-disclosure in Annex 2 that has a pending bills register. And so we are unable to tell whether 1 billion is indeed the right amount. Auditor General, now that we have transitioned to accrual, this becomes even much more important, because if they're going to capture this as a liability and yet you don't have very material information about the contracts, then we have a problem. I think we must also agree with the control of budget that she should not accept any payment plan on the basis of unverifiable pending bills. Because you can't tell me this is my payment plan, and then when I ask you who do you want to pay, it is just a name and amount. That cannot be. So we must find a way of tying that. So in our recommendations, we must talk to the control of budget. But Auditor General, even though you have done your exit, I hope that in your report, there is a proper, deep, thorough analysis of pending bills.
There is, Chair.
Okay, so we can, I think we are not closing this matter, but we are expressing our dissatisfaction with the state of affairs and asking the Auditor General to report on it in the next audit cycle.
I want to take two things with your permission on that issue. One, I want to request the Governor, if he will, because this is a house of record, to revise his statement that he believes that the pending bill that's presented, you owe people some money until they give you documents to prove it. That's a very dangerous statement to make. Secondly, Governor, have you said that these figures in Annex 4 are a product of typing error? That's what you said.
There was they actually copied wrongly. I think they must have copied wrongly. Because when you see social service and
that's okay. All that put together is what people call typing error. I don't know where you were in the year 2009, Chair. That time I was working for the Nation Media Group, and my mind is very, very fresh about a very serious typing error. By then, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for Finance, who then later became President of the Republic, a typing error of 9.2 billion. You remember that?
remember.
And there's a correlation. I just checked with my colleague here that your annual allocation this year, the equitable share will be 9.2 billion. So you seem to have an appetite for typing errors. Check on these typing errors, my friend. They could land you in a lot of trouble. I thank you, Chair.
Members, let's proceed to another matter that we had analyzed earlier, procurement. We had observed that there seems to be serious problems with regards to procurement in the county. Is the head of supply chain present?
She's present.
Who's the head of supply chain? Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Madam Beatrice Laboso. I'm the Director of Supply Chain Management.
Are you a member of the Institute of Supply Chain Management?
Yes, I am a member of Kenyan KISM.
Do you have a membership number?
Yes, I have.
What is your membership number?
My number is 69171.
691?
71.
Were you in office when this audit was done?
Yes, I was there.
Did you see our recommendations on if you go to the report on the routine maintenance of roads, there are about 4 road projects, which indicates that the procurement function in Bomet operates with impunity and contrary to laid down laws. Routine maintenance of Magiger, Kakele, Chiramgoi Road, construction of Kiswahili Njerian Bridge, construction Nyatembe Tilanik Road, routine maintenance of Mochiket Road. We are not going to go into the exact details because of time, but what cuts across all those issues is impunity. Contracts are signed 4 days after notification of award, contrary to Section 135(3) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act. It cuts across all those issues. What kind of law do you use in Bomet?
Chair, we use the Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2015, which we are supposed to wait for the 14 days.
So why did you sign contracts 4 days after notification of award and not 14 days?
I think what happened, Chair, was that there were some errors in our letters of award, because what normally happens when a bidder is recommended for award of contract, that we have two separate letters which we normally write to the bidders. There is one called notification of award, which we normally give to the winning bidder, and some other, and we give what we call regret letters to those bidders who never won the contract. After the 14 days, we are supposed to write what we call an award letter. So I think in that mix, there was some errors which we made in the letters of award, but we have since streamlined.
Who committed the error?
The letters of award were written by the CEO, wrote.
Or you are trying to get yourself out of it?
No.
You are saying an error was committed. Who committed the error?
The person who wrote the notification.
Who
of
takes
award.
professional responsibility within the enterprise? We are always lynching accountants here. We are always lynching lawyers here. What is the responsibility of the head of supply chain within the enterprise? Isn't it to ensure that all officers comply with the provisions of the Act?
It is. We have,
Did you see this observation by the Auditor General before in the management letter?
Yes, Chair, we saw it.
So if it was in the management letter, why were you not able to clarify to the auditor that which you are explaining to the Senate today?
Chair, we provided the right notification letters of award to the auditor at that time.
Why is it still here if it was provided to the auditor? Auditor, they are claiming that they gave you the right information, but you went ahead and reported that they were not compliant.
Chair, they didn't provide that right information, and I know if I was to pull out their response to our draft report, the report we give them showing the report we are about to issue, their response to it would confirm they didn't show it to us.
Chair, where are the correct letters you are citing here? Are they there?
Yes, they are.
Where are they? We want to look at them.
Now,
allow me also to intervene.
Yes,
No,
yes, Central, sige.
It's crazy to listen to such statements where somebody is saying it was an error. I'm going through this document. The first one, that is the routine maintenance of Magigar Kapkele Cheramgoi Road. She said that it was an error. So this error appeared on the 28th of November 2023, 4 days after the award on the 24th of November 2023. That, let's take it as an error. Completely different contract, completely different project. The second one, an error also occurred on the 9th of January 2024, which award was given on 5th of January 2024 on construction of Kiswahili Njerian Bridge connecting Silibwet Township. So this, she wants us to assume also was another error. Similarly, the third project, the same 4 days signing within or rather against the provisions of the law. So Beatrice, surely it cannot be an error. And if it's an error, show us those documents which you are saying the right letters are here. We have your documents. I had earlier on raised, Chairman, that I received it today. I'm willing to run through it to see whether they are there or not. And it cannot be an error that you commit an error in the first project, which is issued or rather awarded 2-3 months before another one, and the same error of 4 days occurs, and subsequently another 2 months, another similar error occurs.
Well, if you went further,
explanation,
there
yes.
is another paragraph on irregular waterworks. Again, irregular contracts, contract agreements signed before lapse of 14 days, irregular award of contracts, irregular contract variation. When the auditor says irregular, it means it contravenes a law. So it is an offense. And that's why you can see, Governor, sometimes you might complain, why is the EACC camping in Bomet? But you may have noticed that on all these irregular contract awards, irregular contract variation, all these things that the officer is saying are errors, the resolution of the Senate was for the EACC to investigate and recommend prosecution. The second resolution was the Institute of Supply Chain Managers to take action on their professional member number 69171. EACC, are these matters in your matrix?